we're here, we've arrived. So welcome to our Ecuador trip.
Bienvenidos a Ecuador.
So we're in the cathedral in Quito, and they call it basically like the Notre Dame of Ecuador because it has a very similar like flying buttress type of feel. The architecture, it's very pretty. The stained glass windows are amazing. Hold on there. Just wait until you see the one at the end. But this architecture. Apparently all of the gargoyles on the outside have been replaced with animals that are native to Ecuador, which is so cool because it's like turtles and condors flying out of the building instead of gargoyles.
We're now climbing up the stairs to see the stained glass window. It's so stunning here.
And we're doing it quick.
Quick, because we only have 30 minutes. Here it is. So pretty. The detail work. Okay, here we are. We're actually standing on the equator in Ecuador.
Well, actually, I'm on the southern hemisphere.
She's the southern hemisphere. I'm the northern hemisphere. And I'm gonna kiss my wife over the equator here. That's pretty cool. I'd always studied. I did Latin American history and studies in my undergraduate at BYU, and I studied about haciendas here in Latin America, especially in the Incan Empire. Never thought I'd be staying in one. This is one that was dated, I think 1790, I think is what they said, is the oldest part of this. Hacienda is kind of like a ranch or a farm. And this is where we get to stay tonight. Okay, we just got our room key. It literally is an old skeleton key to go into the door. There we go.
Hi,
hello. Fancy seeing you here.
Welcome to my 1740
humble abode.
Room.
This is really cool. I think they said the oldest walls in here are from 1790.
And we have a bunch of beds, so.
It smells so good in here.
I get two of the beds.
I'm gonna give a wider view here. You get two of the beds. You get these two, and I get this one right here. Oh, cute little bathroom.
And I'm pretty sure the indoor plumbing isn't from 1740.
I hope not. I would imagine not. But this is so cool. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is just so beautiful. Look at this. I love it. I don't know what this is. Oh wow, that's kind of cool. Whatever it is, it's old. Okay, so for anybody who's curious, a hacienda, or haciendas as it's said in Spanish, comes from the root word hacer, which means to make. So it was kind of an economy that was instituted by Spain in the colonies of South and Central America. They would have basically everything you would need for like a microeconomy, and these places would contribute taxation to Spain, the motherland at the time. Now these are some pretty bushes or vines. I don't know what they are, but look at those. It's probably extremely poisonous and I don't know it, and you're not supposed to be within 10 feet of it. So there's another language lesson for you. Equator, if you break it down into its two parts, equa, you guys know that's part root word of equal, and equator, terre means earth or land. So that means land that is equal parts. So that would be the earth in half, right? That's what the equator means. We were just there. So this morning, day 2, we're hiking to a waterfall. Do you remember the name of it? Can't remember, but it means sacred mist is what it means in the Quechua language, right? But look at this walk. So here we are at the waterfall. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting soaked and drenched from the mist. I don't know if, can you see it? The mist coming from this waterfall. It's called sacred mist in the indigenous language here, and I can totally see why. Mindy asked me to go first because she's afraid the boards are gonna break. She heard me say that, now she's going.
Some of these boards look a little sketch.
Just like Indiana Jones.
The shoes that she usually wears are called and
So
what happens if you mix it with lime?
And that's what
Yes. Look at this.
color for their
If you mix it with lime,
that they make their
you're
rugs
gonna
out
find
of.
a different color.
And those bugs react to different things like
You're gonna find
lime
orange.
or
Okay?
vinegar or anything that's acidic. It creates a little bit different color.
Look at that.
I know that.
Look.
Good morning. It is what time in the morning?
I don't know.
5:30 in the morning. Yeah, we had an early call this morning in order to get to the Amazon, but take a look around. This is what it looks like in this pocket of the Andes. Got our little hot springs over there. You can see the steam from them.
So the idea with these springs is that there's hot ones and then there's some cool ones and you go back and forth and back and forth. And it's supposed to be really healthy for your body. So the place we're staying in is so cute. Look at it. It has the most charming little hallways. Almost feels like a sod house kind of, the way that it's shaped. Ecuador is known for its roses. I'm gonna just give you a sneak peek of some of them. They're everywhere in the hotels and amazing.
I hit it. It is, yeah.
There's his trophy right
There's my
there.
dart.
Okay, they just showed us how they tilapia, heart of palm, plantains.
It's a traditional Incan food. Larva of a beetle.
It's the Inca bacon.
Tastes pretty good, actually. Cross between a nut and a skunk. Here we are. Look how peaceful and quiet it really is. It's just the sun's going down and the sky's starting to turn a little pink and the blue. Saw some monkeys out there a little earlier.
We came in from dinner. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like, how many bats out there now, Shaun?
At least
5?
1, 2, 3, about 5 or 6.
5 or 6 now. We have a little horde of bats going.
Okay, all of those like 15, 16 bats were all cuddled right up there together, and here's proof in the pudding. No pun intended. Right there. Lovely. She goes. Ooh, here we go. This is awesome. Here she comes. You're shaking me, man. Wow, you're really shaking this. Are you doing that on purpose? Hey, Mindy. Almost lost my phone.
Just giving him a little ride.
Giving him a ride.
So we made it to the lookout and our stop. There's the lookout. It's pretty much the path we've been taking.
Here we are on a primitive raft in the Amazon, half submerged. It's cold, it's chilly.
Feels good.
The piranhas are circling down here. Piranha, piranha, piranha. Swimming in the Amazon. Good call though. How's it feel?
It's nice.
I bet.
We just came rolling in. Look at why they call it the rainforest. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of Texas. Those are monkeys. Hello. Oh, there's another one. I'm dying because the monkeys are back. Their little faces.
Those monkeys just keeping their eyes on us.
Yeah, he's looking at us.
Here's a teeny waterfall, but we're going to a much larger one called the Devil's Cauldron. Somewhere over there. El Bailón del Diablo. This is incredible. The Devil's Cauldron. Oh, very wet.
So I just climbed through that cave over here. What's over here?
I love that sign. It says, private bridge to the other side. Because this land is owned by one family, and that land is owned by another.
This is nothing. Up there was scary.
Yeah, it was scary. Empanadas de fresa, chocolate, y jamón y queso, y pollo y queso. Here she is.
I'm eating my
Chicken and cheese empanada.
Very hot right now.
Con su Fanta, Coca-Cola. How's it taste? Very good.
Shaun's gonna try my chocolate strawberry.
Yeah, she's eaten half of it already. I'm like, wait, I want a bite. So this is strawberries with a little bit of jam.
Homemade chocolate.
Yeah, and homemade chocolate from Ecuadorian chocolate. All right.
And it's all warm.
Check this out. This is the view from our room right here in the Andes Mountains. This is a little courtyard in our new place tonight, this Hacienda. And it smells like wood-burning stove up here in the mountains of Ecuador. It smells so good. Okay, right behind, let's see, where's my head? Right over in here. Can you see it in there? That's where the volcano is. Expand the screen on the camera. That's the volcano. Last time it erupted was in 2002. I hope it doesn't erupt while we're here. Hey, there she goes. Jane. Tarzan's wife. So this morning we're visiting a rose farm. How many acres did you say it was? A lot of acres. They grow up to 60,000 harvested roses per day. And there are just multiple tents like these on this property. This is 1 acre's worth. They're all long stem and they grow up and are straight. I always wondered how they got them to be straight long stem roses because in Ecuador the sun is straight above. It's not, these don't have to reach out to try and reach the sun. It's straight above them. A lot of these roses here will be produced for the Rose Bowl and the Rose Parade. And if I wanted to, I could spend $20 and buy my wife 250 roses today. That's how cheap they are here.
You should do that.
You want me to?
No. Go home tomorrow.
You want to haul them home? These are all the countries that they export to. Right up there. And there's their sorter by length and by bud size. There you go, Mindy. Give him a carrot.
Who wants a carrot?
Ooh.
Don't take my fingers.
The llama loves you.
Ooh. We'll just break it off. There you go, dude.
Okay, grab us each.
Is that so good?
Three for us.
He's kind of like Ash. He's just like Ash.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Yum.
I'll go get
Hello. So since our flight leaves tonight, we decided we're going to go up in El Teleférico, which is a cable car that goes from 10,000 feet above sea level here in Quito to 13,000 feet above sea level. If we had more time, we would hike up to the top, which is about 16,000 feet, but we don't. I'm the only one that speaks Spanish, so I get to stand in line and buy tickets for all 9 of us. Top. Can you breathe?
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know if I could hike, but I could breathe.
So here's the lookout of all the volcanoes that we can see with Cotopaxi, the largest one in the middle. Okay, now we're just on the other side of this little hill on top, and here's the rest of Quito spread across that valley, going all the way out there. And this volcano over here, that is Cotopaxi. Over there stuck in those clouds because it's the largest one. Sweet, at the top of the world.